Hello, welcome to The Bald Guy Cooks. I'm The Bald Guy. In today's basic skills series, we're going to be cracking, separating, and blending eggs or mixing eggs. So you'll be asked to do some of those things in different recipes, in different cookbooks that you're working with. So I'm going to do a couple things each way. First, I have 6 eggs, and we're just cracking these for a recipe for tonight for dinner. And so one way, some people will say crack them on a counter. Some people will say crack them on a bowl, metal bowl, glass bowl. They're pretty fragile, so I'm okay with kind of cracking them on anything. So we have 6 eggs, so I'm going to do the first one, the two-hand method. And so just put down, and then essentially you're just finishing the crack and putting it into the bowl. And then just discard them over here. These are room temperature eggs, so they do crack a little easier if you leave them out ahead of time. And some recipes will ask for you to put them out to room temperature before you may be doing a meringue or something like that. It just changes the kind of the chemical makeup. So we'll try that again. So you can do a couple taps and roll it around a little bit. And this one's going to be a little difficult. Just open it that way. So here's the single hand method. So I used to work at a restaurant where we did 144, so 12 dozen eggs for a brunch, something like that. So you get pretty good at cracking both hands. You just kind of split them out and you crack them both hands. It was actually kind of fun. So now we're going to be separating. I'm just going to crack here. And essentially you're using the eggshell to split out the white away from the yolk. And this will be something for dessert. And so you can do it this way. You can use the other half of the shell to just kind of pour it back and forth and see how the whites are going in. Now you wouldn't put this into a bowl with other yolks in it because it has oils. So we'll play another way to separate if you're asked to separate. Crack. And you can do the hand method. And this, that worked well. And so essentially you're just kind of letting the whites run through your fingers. And I'm putting that in the bowl. If you're being asked to separate eggs, you're usually going to be asked to put yolks in one bowl and whites in the other. And if they mix, it will mess up what they're asking you to do because of the chemical properties of each. So we'll do that again. So that's another way to kind of do it in the half shell. And put it into your fingers and then just let it run through your fingers. Kind of cut it off. And then you would put that into another bowl. So that's cracking, separating, and then we're going to be moving to mixing eggs. And this would be for an omelet, or for tonight's meal we're doing a frittata. So let me just move those out of the way and kind of show this to you. Uh-oh. I see a little bit of an eggshell in here. And let me see if I can actually get this fished out. If you can see it down there, right at the end of the whisk, there's a little piece of eggshell. And it's not going to kill you, but it gets kind of crunchy, and it's one of those extra special gifts where it's like whoever gets that bit of eggshell in their meal gets an extra special prize. So essentially you're just using the eggshell itself and going in. It kind of sucks it in, actually. And see how the little piece of eggshell that's flying around there, see how that got out. So I can actually put that back in. And you take the egg, bend this down a little bit. See how it's actually getting sucked into the eggshell? And then you just point it up and captures the little piece of eggshell there too. Oh, we digress. Okay, now to blending. You can use a fork if you don't have a whisk or a whip. You can really kind of use any chopsticks. Depends on what you have for the kitchen. But essentially if you're using this, you're just going in and breaking up the yolks. And also think about the size of your bowl. 6 eggs in this size bowl is actually kind of small to be able to show it this way. And now that I have all the yolks broken up, you're wanting to get that all the same color, that kind of milky yellow. So there's some still clear spots from the whites, there's still some brighter orange from the yolks. So I'm just going to get in here. I hope I don't spray anything on the camera. So if a recipe asks for you to beat an egg or beat eggs, this is what they're asking you to do. A lot of times if you're doing an omelet or frittata, they'll ask you to add cream to it or milk or water or something like that. You would just add to it and then just mix it in like this. And that is cracking, separating, fixing your mistake with the shell and the egg, and then beating or mixing an egg.